Welcome to a session on VI characteristics of PN junction diode and Zener diode. First, let me explain what is unbiased condition, forward biased condition, and reverse biased condition. When P region and N region are not connected to any external voltage source, this condition is called as unbiased condition. When P region is connected to battery positive terminal, N region is connected to battery negative terminal, then this particular situation is called as a forward bias condition. When P region is connected to negative terminal of the battery and N region is connected to positive terminal of the battery, then particular situation is called as a reverse biased condition. Here you can clearly observe when there is no biasing condition, there exists contact potential. So V naught is the barrier potential or potential barrier voltage V naught. When we forward bias the PN junction diode, this forward bias voltage Vf got subtracted from the V naught barrier potential V naught minus Vf. When we reverse biased the PN junction diode, this reverse voltage VR is added to the contact potential. V naught plus VR is the barrier potential. Here you observe there is a decrement in the width of the potential barrier in case of forward bias, and there is a increment in the width of the potential barrier in case of reverse bias. A graph that shows the variation in current in a device with variation of voltage applied across it is called as IV characteristics. The IV characteristics of a PN junction is non-linear, which means IV characteristics are not a straight line. Here you see, so it doesn't represent a straight line. That is called as non-linear, which means that V is not directly proportional to I in all the situations. The PN junction acts as a closed switch in forward bias condition, allowing large current to flow through it. And it acts as an open switch in reverse bias condition, causing a very small amount of current to flow through it. So this is the VA characteristics of the PN junction diode in forward bias condition. Now let me explain very clearly. As long as the forward bias voltage is less than the voltage across the potential barrier, the current through the junction is negligibly small. So which means that if the applied forward voltage is less than this contact potential, the current flowing is very small, negligibly small. As the forward voltage increases beyond the potential barrier voltage, there is an exponential increase in forward current. The current is in milliamperes. Here you see, when I applied a voltage greater than the barrier potential, so there is a exponential increment in the current. So where the current start to increases exponentially, that particular voltage is called as knee voltage or cut-in voltage. This knee voltage value for germanium is 0.3 volts and for silicon it is 0.7 volts. Now let us discuss some of the reverse bias characteristics of the PN junction diode. Under reverse bias condition, a small reverse current in microamperes flows across the junction diode due to minority charge carriers. When the diode is reverse biased, this negative terminal attracts the hole in the P region and this positive terminal attracts the electrons in the N region. Due to this, there is a increment in the width of the PN junction. So, due to this, majority charge carriers cannot cross the junction, which means holes cannot cross the junction and electrons cannot cross the junction. But minority charge carriers in P region and minority charge carrier in N region can cross the junction because for electrons and holes, which are the minority charge carriers in P regions and N region, this reverse bias acts as forward bias and they can cross the junction. So there is a small current due to minority charge carriers. This is called as reverse saturation current. When the applied reverse voltage is too high, it breaks the covalent bonds of the crystal and a large number of charge carriers are produced. Thus, the current rises suddenly in the reverse direction. The reverse voltage at which the diode breakdown is called as breakdown voltage or Zener voltage. There is a rapid increment in the current after a particular reverse bias voltage. At this particular situation, covalent bonds in the PN junction breaks down and there is a large increment in the current. This particular reverse breakdown voltage is called as Zener breakdown or avalanche breakdown. The diode breakdown may be due to either avalanche or Zener breakdown. Avalanche breakdown occurs in diodes which are lightly doped. So, avalanche breakdown takes place in diodes which are lightly doped, and Zener breakdown takes place in diodes which are heavily doped. Now let us discuss the VI characteristics of Zener diode. Zener diode is a semiconductor diode specially designed to operate in the breakdown region of the reverse bias. Zener diodes are always operated in the reverse bias condition. The breakdown phenomenon is reversible and harmless. This is the circuit symbol of the Zener diode. Here you can find a Z-like letter, so which indicates the Zener diode. This is the VI characteristics of the Zener diode. In forward bias condition, even Zener diode acts like a ordinary PN junction diode. For smaller reverse bias voltages, there is a small flow of current. This is called as leakage current or minority carrier current. This is due to minority charge carriers in both the regions, P region and N region. At a particular value of reverse voltage, the current increases suddenly. This voltage is called as breakdown voltage or Zener voltage. Yes, you see, as reverse voltage continue to increase at a particular reverse voltage, there is a sharp increment in the reverse current. This particular voltage at which there is a sudden increment in current takes place is called as a breakdown voltage or Zener voltage. In ordinary diodes, the breakdown voltage is high, and if reverse current is allowed to flow, then the diodes will be damaged. So, in order to get this sharp increment in the current in ordinary PN junction diode, you need to give large amount of reverse voltage. Even this sharp increment takes place at that particular high reverse voltage. At that situation, ordinary PN junction diode get damaged. Zener diodes are designed so that the Zener voltage is much lower. It is about 2 to 4 volts. So this Zener breakdown takes place around 2 to 4 volts in Zener diodes. When reverse voltage above the Zener voltage is applied to a Zener diode, there is a controlled breakdown which does not damage the diode. This reverse breakdown mechanism cannot damage the Zener diode, unlike ordinary PN junction diode. In the Zener region, the voltage across the Zener diode remains constant, but the current changes depending on the supply voltage. Here, once the Zener breakdown takes place, if you further increase the reverse voltage, that causes the increment in the current, but the Zener voltage is fixed. Suppose minus 2.4 volts you applied. So this is the corresponding current. If you apply minus 3.4 volts, there is a corresponding increment in the current, but there is no change in the Zener voltage. The location of Zener region can be controlled by varying doping levels. An increase in doping will decreases the Zener potential. Suppose if we want to decrease the Zener voltage from this particular voltage, for example, minus 3 volts to minus 2 volts, what we have to do is we have to dope excessively. That means doping concentration should increase. It will decreases the Zener breakdown voltage. So this is about the VA characteristics of PN junction diode and Zener diode. Thanks for watching.